all the different things that you need when you're vacationing. All the different little stores are part of what makes each town special. And part of the reason why you have not seen us urging a lot of people to move and to take property is because I don't want to change the nature and character of the Jersey Shore. You know, each different community has its own different feel. You all know that. The different communities on this island have a different feel. And certainly in the other barrier islands up and down the shore, they all have a different kind of feel to them, depending upon what the people in that town wanted for their town. And so that's why I've opposed any big, massive type of rebuilding organization, zoning, massive zoning thing to take the whole Jersey Shore and zone it the same way and have state control of it. I just don't believe in that. I believe that people who live there and own the property there should be making the decisions there, and that you're not better off having a bunch of folks in Trenton, or God forbid in Washington, make those decisions, right? So we don't want that. I want you to be making those decisions, and I want our role to be to help to fund that, and also to make sure that we hold things to certain standards. That we have to make sure that we try to protect our property from this happening again, and that's why I'm going to be building a dune system from Cape May to the Bay Shore to protect the property not only of the people on the beach, but on the people behind the beach. We have to do that. The first phase was to see that most of the state returned to normalcy. And I'd say now we probably have over 90% of the state that feels like their life is back to normal. But for the 10% who don't, it's very abnormal. And we need to make sure that we take care of those now. This second phase has got to be focused on that and making sure those folks are put in a place where they want to be. Back in their homes, back with their families. And if you're living with relatives now, still, no matter how much you love them, right, it's probably about time. Right? It's probably about time, right? Like, yep. They're looking at you and you're looking at them going, it seemed like a good idea at the time. So for family preservation, I got to get everybody back in their own homes. We want to do that. Second thing I want to talk to you about real quickly is affordability in New Jersey. Now, we've done some things that I think have helped to make the state more affordable, but there's a lot more work to do. You all know that. A lot more work to do. We made significant changes to the pension and benefit system about a year and a half ago, with great protests, thousands, tens of thousands of people protesting on the steps of the State House, but our pension system was going broke, our health benefit system for public employees was going broke, and we had to make changes. We just had to. We're not talking about a little bit broke, everybody. We're talking about $40 billion plus in debt in the pension system, and $60 billion plus in debt in the health benefit system. So we needed to do something. We made some significant changes, and changes that just were common sense changes. What's happened though, and how does it affect you? How does it affect a town like Long Beach? Well, let me just tell you, for this year alone, the changes in Long Beach, just based on the pension changes, your contributions to both the public employee pension system and the police and fire pension system are this year, just this year, for fiscal year 14, are going to be nearly $600,000 less than they would have been without reform. That's $600,000 that otherwise would have had to come out of your property taxes to pay those things. And at the same time, we're making the system stronger and better because we're saying everybody's got to have skin in the game, everybody's got to contribute, not just the taxpayers, but the beneficiaries also have to contribute. And we have to make the systems more affordable, eliminating cost of living adjustments, increasing penalties for early retirement, increasing the retirement age. These are all common sense things. We're living longer. And so retiring earlier and earlier just puts more and more of a strain on that system that we can't pay. So we need to make the state more affordable. The next step, of course, is to cut taxes in the state. We want to try to cut taxes and make the state more affordable days before the end of the session. Today's the 30th of April. The session ends the 30th of June. And so they got 60 days now to figure it out. But here, I want to make sure you understand my position is really clear. There's nothing left for me to compromise on. I've compromised all I could compromise with them. I gave them their tax cut, not mine, and I gave away my authority to stop them from stopping a tax cut. So if they don't do it now, then you, I know, understand exactly what that means. They never were telling me the truth in the first place. Back in January of 12, when I said, I want to cut taxes, and they said, us too, they never meant it. They never meant it. And I have to tell you, given their history, unfortunately, that might be the most likely outcome. Because remember, this was the group that raised taxes and fees 117 times in the 8 years before I became governor. So the history here kind of led you to think they like to raise taxes and fees, not cut them. But I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt for the next 60 days. And I want you to also. I'm asking you to be a pie-eyed optimist with me for the next 60 days. Let's give these jokers 60 days. Let's give them 60 days to show their true colors. If they pass the tax cut, great. We're on the road to making New Jersey even more affordable, put more money in your pocket to spend on your families the way you see fit. And I got the job to make sure the budget is balanced, or else I go to jail. I'm not going to jail, everybody. I used to put people in jail. I know how bad that is. I don't want to go. Or they're not going to pass it. And then you know they were lying to you all along. And if that's what happens, believe me, every day from June 30th to November 5th on Election Day, I will be reminding you that they lied to you. He was up first, so we're going to get you. It's coming right behind you.
Subject is easements.
Name and where you're from.
My name is Robert Bard. I live on the north part of the island in Loveladies. Okay.
I don't want to build a hut. I don't want to build anything except a dune, okay? So any knucklehead neighbor of yours who's telling you, oh, you signed that easement, Christie's coming in here, he's building showers for people, there'll be a bathroom there, there's a hot dog stand. Before you know it, there's going to be a Dairy Queen. I'm telling you, it's going to be unbelievable. Let me use a word that is indelicate. And there's some children here. I see one. There may be more. Cover their ears. That's what it is. Sorry, dude. Here's the thing. That's the excuse they use, because here's why they're really concerned. They don't want their view blocked. Okay? I watch, darn right, it's about money, because it almost always is. But let me tell you about the money we really need to be concerned about. This state sustained $30 billion in damage after Hurricane Sandy. We had 365,000 homes destroyed or significantly damaged. But worse than that, we had the lifetime memories of families up and down the Jersey Shore washed away forever. They'll never be able to replace it. We are not going through that again, so you can sit on the first floor rather than the second floor and see the ocean.
The governor is doing an excellent job. As I said to him, he's a breath of fresh air for this state. I love the fact that he tells it like it is, and he's very willing to help people when they have problems.